Alright guys, welcome back to an episode of the Frey Experience. So most of you who are the fans, shout out to all of you guys for being, just leaving comments saying just positive ones, negative ones, that kind of stuff, which we will talk about. Not really, probably not. So as you guys can tell by the title, this is going to be a little something to talk about for a subscriber tournament. Thinking it's going to be, I know it's going to be at Oakdale Recreation in Oakdale, California. It's a lot of my people are in the Tri-County area that subscribe. Shout out to the people that are like all the way across the world. I know there's some out to you. Shout out to you guys. And leaving good comments, bad comments, likes, dislikes. It happens. So what's going to happen is it's going to be at Oakdale Recreation in July. Been doing pretty good out there. Catch them on topwater, Cincos, jigs, Excite, Raptor Tail Jr. Shout out to Excite for being the number one sponsor of the Frey Experience. So what's going on is we are going to have a tournament. You're going to be allowed to have 2 fish, and you could call. They have to be over 12 inches. Calling is like, okay, I got 2 fish. I just caught one that's 14 inches. It's a pound and 3/4, pound 3/4, something, something like that. Pound and a half, pound 3/4. Let's go with that. And you catch him, but you have a fish that's like a pound. Swap them out. You can do that as long as they're alive. But if your fish dies, you're stuck with that fish all day. Just like in every tournament. I know there's people out there that just throw the fish back out there, but that's disrespectful. It's horrible. So all baits will be allowed. All artificial baits will be allowed. No live or cut bait. We're going for bass, so I don't know why you'd use cut bait. So that's what we're going to be doing. Like I said, been doing pretty good. Throwing topwater frogs, topwater walking baits, poppers, buzz baits, jigs, Cincos, the whole 9 yards. You'll be allowed to fish off the bank and boats. By boats, basically any watercraft that floats, from spanoos, canoes, john boats, ranging in size to float tubes to paddle boards. If you guys do that, like I said, you're allowed 2 fish for the day. Anywhere, I think we're gonna do a tournament from 6 a.m. to 12 in the afternoon, because it's hot and I want to keep those fish alive. If it does change, it may be a 6 to 3 or 6 to 2, just in that area. It will be a 90% payback. All depends on how many people come. Actually, it might be more than a 90% payback. The money that I will take out of it will be strictly for the permits to be taken out to hold this event. So that's what we're going to be talking about. Is we will be using my scale, which I may get a new one, and some of those negative comments saying that my mom's like white trash and I have poor math skills. Let's talk about that. So right here, it has kilograms on it, which is completely useless. It has pounds and ounces that go into deeper depth for more accurate on your fish. Let's see. Let's go to that. See, that goes past 0.16, which there's 16 ounces in a pound. This goes past that into it'll go to 0.99. And then after 0.99, it's a pound, and then it goes from a pound to 99, a pound to a pound 99, and the whole 9 yards. And then there is, come on, this thing's broken. We need to get a new one. We're gonna actually most likely use the one that we use in the boat. That's like a $200 one. That's a really nice one. And then we will not be using this one. That's just pound in ounces. That goes just to just 16 ounces because it's not very accurate. That's what I like to use because it's just very simple. See how it goes to just 16. It goes to 15 and then it goes to 16. Let's get right there. 16. I'm putting too much force because I got a comment saying, and they started just roasting me. Like, come on. And then brought my friend Tim into it. That's kind of screwed up. Because there was a pound, 14-ounce fish. And I said that it's 2 ounces away from being a 2-pounder because 14, 15, 16, 2 ounces right there, and then I'd be a 2-pounder. And then making fun of my mom, like say I'm the problem with this youth. Like, come on, you have to say that. That's kind of screwed up. It's actually really hot in here. I'm sweating quite a bit. I don't know if you guys can see that. Perfection. So that's kind of screwed up. You just say that my mom's white trash and I'm what's the problem with our youth and I have poor math skills? Come on. So that's what we're going to be talking about right here. Is we will most likely be using my scales. We will because I'll have it dialed in by then, or we're going to use the one in the boat. I think It has to be 12 inches to keep. I don't know if I said that before. And all fish at the end of the day will be released. You're allowed to call. And, options. And so it's going to be $10 all in. If you want to pay an extra $5, that's options. That $5 will be just for the people that pay the $5. So let's say we get 30 people and only 10 of them put in 15. They're that $5, the extra $5 right there to make it 15. Their 10 will go into the overall standings, and that 5 will be like a potluck on the side for just the people that are in the options will be for big fish. So let's say a guy just pays $5 and he's just in the options and catches a 5-pounder and no one else beats him. He will only be in the options for the big fish. You don't have to pay for the options, but if you end up catching like a 5-pounder and you're not in for big fish, and let's say you have a 5-pounder, but the person and you didn't pay the $5, and a person behind you paid the $5 and got like a 3-pounder, and that was overall big fish of the tournament, he is the one that gets the money because he paid in for the big fish. Depends on how people pay in for the big fish. It could be one spot all in, or second big fish get paid. It all depends on how many people go in there. So like I said, you're responsible to keep the fish alive for the hours of the tournament. No live bait, only artificials. Everyone will most likely be leaving with something, whether it be line, stuff from Excite, shout out to them again, or a rod. I do have a rod that we could give away. It all depends on how many people come. So the more comments I get and people that DM me, direct message me right here on the Fray Experience saying that, yeah, that's a good, that's what we could do that. We could be there. Overall head count does help to let me know. But, 10 people, be happy. 20, I'll be ecstatic. And anything over 20 will just be a great hand down from God, the fishing gods. So that's basically it right now for the Fray Experience. I know that it's going to be kind of a shot in the dark kind of thing, but I do think Oakdale Rec is going to be a good place to do it because it's in between where a lot of my subscribers are at. So it's also a great fishery. There's a lot of fish in there in that 2 to 4 pounds I've seen. I have just recently caught a 5.5 out of there. Did not get on camera, but I did get on my phone. People who follow me on Instagram did see that. That was caught on the Excite Raptor Tail Jr. Watermelon Red. Absolutely love that bait. It was the day that I will not forget because there's bedfish galore. Throwing there with a Cinco, couldn't catch him. Throwing there with like a Gary Yamamoto twin tail grub with a skirt on it, football head, couldn't catch him. I flip in there with the Excite. No, I'm not even lying. I swear to God right now. I flip in there with the Excite. Instantaneously, those fish just went bonanza. It's the fact that how I rigged it, which I'll talk about, and the fact that how their baits float. So I had I had split shot with a I had my split shot in the I was split shotting it on braid with a 3/0 wide gap hook, worm hook. So I had it. So my weight's down here. And my bait's suspending off this far off the bottom, and there's my bait. So I was able to hop that, and it was able to flutter, get those the claws. I have a problem with that, fluttering in that fish's face. That's basically it was just how it was. I would do that with a jig, football head jig, except I couldn't get that to suspend off there because nothing on it floats. That's how the fish had to be caught. I mean, I have a video because I went there yesterday, Friday. I caught some fish on the Raptor Tail. Had to be on the Raptor Tail Jr. I don't know why. Could have been it's obviously the color because it's perfection. Shout out to Excite again, and just the fact that's just perfection. I don't know why, but what was I gonna say? I forgot something. Jeez. I think that's it for what we're gonna be talking about. Just like I said, guys, leave comments and hit me up on Instagram so I get a early on head count. Just so I know who's going to be there and everything. We're going to make this as fair as possible. I don't want people cheating. I have a double-bladed buzzbait tied on. I didn't even know that. I should be throwing that. So hit me up with any questions. And, less on the negative comments. Because that's like really scrubbous. I was like, I was just minding my own business watching my video. And I was like, what the heck, this guy? And then just bringing Tim into this? Like, come on. Let's settle this one-on-one. Let's go fishing right now. Let's go. All right, guys. So this has been an episode of the Fray Experience. Go ahead and comment. Hit me up on Instagram so I get some details and stuff. I'm going to have this up as soon as possible right now because I'm actually editing videos right now of Friday when I went to Oakdale Rec with my old man. So that's what we're going to be doing, guys. It's been another episode of the Fray Experience. And stay tuned for another episode of some amazing off